Okay, and we're back. All right, now we have put in our data. Now we're gonna press save. Okay, and if you look at our formulas, they got pretty crazy. They got pretty crazy. Lots of absolute style references and whatnot. So double check if yours look just like this. Pause this video if you need to, because this is the correct way to do it. When you do your projects, you may need to refer to this to see how things actually work, because again, it's understanding how they work rather than just typing in some numbers. Okay, that's why Excel is usually the more challenging than Word. You have to use more critical thinking than you might think. Okay, so now we're going to add some sparkline charts to the worksheet. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to see that both B and I are on the same screen. Okay, they are. All right, so let's select cell. Oops, I don't want to. Okay, we're going to select cell I4. Okay, to insert a sparkline chart in the cell. And if you've done geometrics, you've done this before. So you go to insert, line. Our data range is going to be B4 through G4. Okay, and now we'll press OK. So it basically makes a little mini line chart. That's what a line sparkline is. It's a mini line chart. It's not this big thing that you have to put in. Okay. Now we're going to change the sparkline style. So we're going to go up here to Sparkline Tools and Design. We're going to press More, and we are going to find where it says Sparkline Style Accent 4, darker 25%. Uh-oh. That one. Whew. I thought mine were different. Okay. And we changed it. And now we're going to drag this down to I16. Okay, and then we're going to select cell I18. That will go ahead and fill that down. Now we're going to select I4 through I16 to change the sparkline type. And we're going to change it to column. So we can just going to go up here to type. We've got Sparkline Tools selected, and we'll go ahead and change it to column. And then we're going to go ahead and press save. Okay. So now we're going to start formatting the worksheet here. So we're going to select the range B4 through H4 is the first one to format. Oops, my mouse just messed up. I wonder if it's my battery. I hope not. Okay, so while holding down the Control key, select B6 through H6. Hold down Control key, B9 through H9. Hold down Control key, B14 through H14. Hold down Control key, B16 through H16. And now we're going to change the number format. So we're going to go up here to the number group here. And we're going to click the number format dialog box. We're going to click currency. And then we're going to change it to 2 decimal places if we need to. And then select the symbol as our standard $sign here. Okay. For our negative numbers, we're going to do the third option here. And then we're going to press OK. So now we formatted that to currency. Now we're going to select B5 through H5 to format. Hold down the Control key, and we're going to do B10 through H13. And then we're going to again go and format the number format here. And click currency. Make sure we get 2 decimal places. Symbols none. And again, we'll do the black font color for negative. And we'll press OK. All right, so this is what we have for our formatting for numbers. Now we're going to format the worksheet titles. So we're going to click on A1 here, and we're going to select the column. Now when we select the column, we just clicked on A up here. Now we're going to press bold. That's going to bold everything in the column here. Click on A1 again. Change the size to 28. Change A2 to 16 point. Select A1 through I2. And we're going to change the fill color to green accent 4. So that's going to be dark green accent 5, green accent 4. That's what we want. Okay, so it's kind of it's like a minty green. Okay, now with A1 and I2 still selected, unlike what I did, I'm going to change the font color to white, background 2. I'm actually going to move for ice cream now, even though it's like 40 to 50 degrees outside in Florida. Alright, so now we deselected the range. Now we're going to select the range A3 through I3 and apply the heading to style. Okay, select A6 through H6. We're going to hold down the control key, A14 through H14, and A16 through H16. You can kind of guess what we're going to do. That's right, total. Select cell A4, and we're going to change the same fill color as we had, and the same font color. Okay. Now we're going to use Format Painter. So if you remember back from Microsoft Word, Format Painter allows you to format a cell quickly by copying a cell's format to another cell or range of cells. So we're going to click on cell A4 here, and we're going to double click the Format Painter button. So now we have a little brush on our insertion point here. We're going to click A6 to assign the format. So the source cell was A4, destination cell is A6. Okay, now we still have the block plus sign with the paintbrush. We're going to drag A16 through H16 to format it like that. And now we can either click the Format Painter button again or press Escape to get out of the Format Painter. Okay, now what you might have noticed is when we did the Format Painter, we lost this formatting here. We need to change it back. So let's apply the currency style again. So floating $sign, 2 decimal places, and back to this third style here. Make sure you change that. Okay, so the final step in improving the appearance of the worksheet is formatting the what if assumptions table. So we're going to select A18 here. We're going to change the font size to 8 point. Okay. Now we're going to italicize and underline the text. Looks awfully small. Okay. Select the range A19 through B25. And again, make that 8. And then change the fill color for A18 through B25 to be the same as it was for the other ones. And then we'll go ahead and press the Save button. So now we have a formatted worksheet. So our next video, we're going to be inserting the clustered column chart in this worksheet.